Welcome to Bay State Golf. I'm Sean Melia. I'm trying to play every golf course in the state of Massachusetts. That's public, private, 9 holes, or 18 holes. So far, I've played 151 of 350 different courses in the Bay State. But today's video, we are not talking about Massachusetts golf. We're gonna cross some borders. We're gonna go to Ludlow, Vermont and Fox Run Golf Club. This is a video that's gonna talk about the golf course. It's also gonna talk about places you could eat and drink and hang out if you did want to make a weekend out of a trip to Ludlow. Kind of a cool, sleepy ski town, and got a great golf course and some other golf in the surrounding area. So that's what this video is going to cover. If you want to follow my quest to play every golf course, you can obviously subscribe to this video. I post a bunch of stuff about the quest and golf courses I've played. You could also follow me on Instagram at baystate_golf. And I've got a newsletter, comes out free every Friday, and that's at baystategolf.beehiiv.com. Beehiiv is BEEHIIV.com. Those are all the places you can find me and the quest if you want to follow along. Let's get to Fox Run and Ludlow, Vermont. Just a really cool place to go and play some weekend golf. My wife and I headed up to Ludlow, Vermont. We made a 2.5-hour drive in July. We stayed Friday, Saturday, drove back to Boston on Sunday. So we made a weekend of this trip. You could do it in a day if you were a true sicko, or if you lived in different parts of New England or different parts of Massachusetts, it might be a little bit of a shorter ride. You could also make a kind of a wider golf trip, which I will talk about later on in the video. But we're gonna talk about the golf course. We're gonna talk about Ludlow, Vermont, and some things you could do while you're there. First off, the golf course. That's why most people are here, is just to hear about a golf course that is an excellent public option. It's in very good shape. It is a challenging golf course. It's in a lovely setting. The greens are interesting. They are challenging to putt. They were in great shape. The fescue is long and tough. Just a really good set of 18 holes that were varied. Didn't feel like I was playing a lot of the same golf. Also didn't feel like I was playing, mountain golf. Fox Run sits in the shadow of Okemo Mountain, where a lot of people go and ski in the winter. But you're not playing real crazy mountain golf. There's probably some lovely views in the fall, a couple little drop shots, good par threes with some nice backdrops, but overall, it's not a terribly taxing mountainous walk. It's a good walk if you would like to walk. If you want to bring a cart, carts cost $32. I'll talk about rates in a little bit. But just as far as what you're getting, you're going to get really good premium golf, really good public premium golf in New England, and one of the better golf courses I've really played in New England as far as public options go. Both nines are very good. Both nines feel a little bit different, but they still feel connected to one another, which I think is an important thing about playing 18-hole golf courses, when there's something that ties everything together. And in this case, it is a little bit of the setting. You are up in the mountains in just a really lovely place. The front nine is a little more open. You're playing a little bit more in the flatter part of the golf course. It's more open. But with that being said, the openness is also made tight by the long fescue that can grow. When I was there last July, they had let the fescue grow pretty thick and heavy, and it was kind of tough to find golf balls if you hit it in there. So that is the one thing on the front that makes it challenging. And then as you play the back, once you get past 10, which is near the clubhouse, you play 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, all kind of play higher up in the mountain along the property line, and you got a little bit more tree trouble. You got out of bounds lining some of the holes along the left mainly. But overall, both nines are very good. Both nines are different enough. You've hit some different land. The closing stretch at Fox Run is very strong. They call it the finishing 5, or the Fox Run 5. 2 par 3s, 3 par 4s. The par 4s all are pretty big and brawny and require some seriously good golf shots. The 14th is a long par 3. The 17th is probably their signature hole next to the 8th, which is a big drop shot par 3 that has a really nice view of Okemo Mountain. But 17 over water to a very narrow green, and can be a long iron from the tips, is a really challenging, strong hole. And then 18 is another pretty beefy par 4 with another really tough green to hit with a mid iron, short iron in your hand. Just a very strong finishing stretch. I mentioned the par 3s on the back, 17 and 14, both strong holes. The front has 3 par 3s. They're all different. They're all very good. The 4th hole is just kind of a pretty flat hole as far as from the tee to the green, little dip in the middle just to give you some kind of context and texture to the shot that you have to hit. Fescue, some good bunkering, a little runoff area to possibly bail out and putt from or chip from if you want to try to save par from there. The 6th hole is really neat because it has a stream that kind of meanders across the hole. You're hitting into a green that's sitting in a little hollow almost with some trees and a big hill, and another kind of long skinny green that requires you to be pretty accurate as far as missing left to right. And they could make it pretty long if they put the pin in the back of the green. The day I played it, the pin was closer to the front. It played pretty short, but it can extend just because of how deep that green is. And then the 8th hole, big drop down, par 3, great view of Okemo Mountain in the background. Really cool reveal just walking from the 7th green to the 8th tee. You kind of crest this little hill. And from the back tees, the actual green is almost out of sight. And you have to just pick a line and pick the right club for such a steep drop, and hope you get it right, because it's a huge green, to be fair. Especially kind of, it lets you miss right to left a lot, which is good. When you're hitting shots way downhill, they tend to spin a little bit more. They have more time to go offline. Nice to have that little bit of a left to right margin for error there. So 5 really good par 3s on Fox Run, and just the entire setting really good, and I would encourage you to go and check it out. The rates, what does it cost to play Fox Run? I'm gonna stick their 2025 rates up on the screen, and you can see that $32 for a cart. It might be worth walking. You could also just show up on a Monday, and they include the cart for $79. So that's a pretty good deal there if you can get away and play on a Monday. If you could go for a weekend, maybe play somewhere on Sunday, play Fox Run on Monday, and then head home and just take advantage of maybe a Monday off. Not sure that rate falls on a Monday holiday. That probably gets the Friday, Saturday, Sunday rate. But just a normal Monday in the summer, not a bad one. Also, shoulder season. These places always have a little cheaper options in the shoulder season, so you could wait until the fall, get some great foliage, and head up to Vermont for that. And then the town in general. I think it's worth just giving you a sense of some other things that you can do when you go up to Ludlow to play some golf. I mentioned already, it could be a place you stay and you drive to other spots. It could be a place you stay and you play once at Fox Run. You head up to Green Mountain National, maybe play there, and then you head south to play an Equinox or a Taconic if you are willing to drive a little bit to play your golf. So that is an option. The Hatchery, great breakfast spot, super low key, huge portions. We had a cinnamon bun, which is like their go-to thing. It was huge, and then we had breakfast. We didn't eat for the rest of the day. Awesome breakfast. That was our Sunday morning capper to the trip. Really good spot. While we were there, we were sitting next to a group of 8 guys, all kind of in their 50s, who were on a golf trip, and Fox Run was the last round of their trip. They had played Green Mountain National already. So there are people up there who make this trip, and it's not something I'm creating from scratch here. It's a reality for people, and a cool way to see some golf up there. So the Hatchery, put it on your list as a place to go and get breakfast one day while you're up in Ludlow. The other things that are kind of great there at Fox Run in general, you can eat at Calcutta's, which is the restaurant just in the golf course, at the golf course. Great little patio out back where you can hang out. They've got cornhole, they've got music. You can just hang out and have a beer while you watch people finish on 18. Really nice setting out there to have a bite to eat. We had lunch there after I played on Saturday as well. And good food and great kind of energy around there. You can sit outside, you can sit inside at the bar. Just a good spot to grab something. That's Calcutta's. They also on their website list the Barn, which is more of their kind of like wedding venue. I'm not sure if they have some dinner and dining up there that's a little bit kind of nicer, higher end. That's also owned by Fox Run. And then Fox Run has 2 other restaurants. Foursquare Hospitality is what they call it. But they have Off the Rails, which is kind of like a cool pizza place. They had live music playing the night that we went and got some pizza and had a couple beers. And that was after I played on Saturday, so got a cool outdoor area. They kind of piped the live music out into some different, outside, so you can hang out there and enjoy Off the Rails. And then the last one, which wasn't open when we were up there, is called Terra, which I think is their Italian restaurant that they're trying to get going up there too. So that's kind of, if you're looking for things all connected to Fox Run, those restaurants are available to you. They have stay and play packages as well, where you can go and pay a little bit to stay in some resorts up in that area and play some golf at Fox Run. So the stay and play packages are also worth checking out as well. And then outside of the Fox Run ecosystem, like I mentioned, Hatchery is a really great spot. Sunday, they have a great farmer's market that we wandered down after stuffing our faces at the Hatchery. The Loft, which is kind of like a cool ski town spot at the base of Okemo. So definitely a spot where after an après ski kind of thing, where great wings, they have some outdoor seating for, the warmer weather in the summer. Kind of a lodgy feel inside. You got a lot of different like little pockets of rooms, upstairs, downstairs. So another good spot to check out, that is the Loft. Killarney, total dive bar. We went and just had a beer as we were walking around Ludlow, just checking out. We went into the bookstore, great bookstore in there. My wife and I love a good bookstore. But Killarney's, you can go have a pint, you can go meet some locals. Definitely a place that was a little quieter on an afternoon, but another good spot, meet some locals. And we ran into some guys who had played golf at Fox Run that day when we were having a beer as we walked around downtown following my round. I played early Saturday, and that left a Saturday afternoon, and then Sunday morning to chill out. My wife and I also went out on Friday evening and rode a cart around, and we played about 6 or 7 holes. They were nice enough just to kind of let us go out. I flew my drone around and got some good photos and video to share. So that was kind of how our weekend went. And then the last place we went to twice while we were there, both nights as a kind of a nightcap, was Main and Mountain. They have a hotel as well, but Main and Mountain looked like a really good little restaurant. You could get some food, awesome cocktails. That's what we went for on Friday night and on Saturday night. Really liked the people in there. Like nice little cozy spot. They have outdoor, they have some fire pits going. So in the summer, probably even in the winter, you could hang out outside, stay warm, whether it's a Vermont winter night or a chilly Vermont summer night, because the nights get a little chilly up there in the mountains. So those are some other things that you could absolutely do. There's also, there's trails, there's just hiking to do up there too. We didn't really check any of that out because I was kind of up there to play golf, and then we just spent our Saturday kind of close to home and close to where we were staying. But those are some really good spots. So just to give you another quick rundown, you could take a 2.5-hour drive from Boston, go check out Fox Run Golf Club. You could go play Green Mountain National. You could go play Quechee. You could take a drive south to finish off the trip and play Equinox, or you could play Taconic. A lot of options up there. Fox Run is one of the best public golf courses I've played on my quest in general in my golfing life around the country. Played a bunch of different public golf courses. As far as ones that aren't like high-end resort, your Pinehursts, it is one of the best that I have played. Really enjoyed it up there. Really enjoyed Ludlow. planning on going back at some point. It's definitely on the list of places I must return to. You should go check it out. Have you played Fox Run? What are some other places in New England that are worth a drive, 2.5, 3 hours from Boston for a weekend? I know we've got the Stowe folks, we've got the Sunday River folks. There's a lot of other kind of cool ski, mountain, town golf north in New England. Love to hear what you think about Fox Run, or shout out some other spots that you really like. And finally, thanks for subscribing. Thanks for liking. Check out baystate_golf on Instagram. Subscribe to my newsletter, baystategolf.beehive.com. And we'll see you next week. We'll be back in Massachusetts with a new post. Looking forward to sharing with you. Hit 'em straight this week.